Thank you for visiting the Coin Lady channel again. A lot of weird things are going to happen in that kind of environment, and we're actually in it. In my opinion, that is an accurate statement. But the most important thing to keep in mind is the various types of Trojan horses lurking beneath the surface, as well as the frequency with which this chain will be attacked. What I mean is that our chain is lacking in several areas that many people fail to grasp: a token factory, an NFT factory, its own marketplace, and its own means of exchanging assets. All of our users typically have a nail, a hammer, and a chain, so this draining effect is very genuine. On top of that, it isn't suitable for use in construction. After all that is said and done, there will be numerous siphoning attacks, as I mentioned before. And one of them has been ongoing for at least a month, if not more. I've been keeping a careful eye on it, but I haven't posted anything about it so as not to draw your attention to the threat it poses. So, let me start by introducing you to the issue at hand. We have a cash shortage. Everyone has to know that this might be a complex hoax or that this is completely legit. There's no gray area. This particular blockchain, known as L1, is giving you the chance to spend your USTC on their platform. Additionally, you will receive 2 coins as compensation. Because of this massive burning going on for us, TC, liquidity is essentially leaving our entire area and market cap, which is driving our price to get staggered. This is obviously not good. It will be more harmful to more people who ingested it. Alright, let's open a document. As I mentioned before, this is a burn drop program, and you are provided the USTC. Now I'll give it to you for what they state. And in exchange for 2 coins, they'll let you use their blockchain. This is all part of a larger scheme to steal our users, as I've already mentioned on the channel. For example, if you go to CoinMarketCap and click on the Luna Classic community link, you'll be sent to the TFL community. From there, you can ask to use Luna Classic, and they'll direct you to either Terraport or Vegas. We are being robbed of every possible opportunity, once again. The fact that this is working is stealing users from us. Many of our users come only for the USTC system. The profits for the USTC are their motivation. No, this is bad. Surely someone is making money by destroying USTC coins so that another coin can be used in their place. Should we, the people voting on our blockchain's governance decisions, or some unnamed third party decide this? When individuals observe these things, they often receive a lot of sympathy, but nobody seems to notice the risk that nobody is aping into. When this went live, I'll show you all the bans, but it crashed, which is something I thought was hilarious. Now we'll talk about the dead wallet. Furthermore, they insisted that it was our fault because we had upgraded the main net. You can see that Frag pointed up our mistake in the comments section. 5 days ago, we did nothing to remedy the issue of no tower client being deployed to the validator set. So it seems like they're just making things up. They managed to wiggle their way out of trouble when they were caught. Now, as I mentioned before, the reason I believe it's not a scam but rather a siphoning attack is because of the dead wallet. You won't believe what we have in store for you. Soon, you'll have Linkdash for this, and it will be fantastic. But for the time being, discover something that works for our needs. Moreover, a plethora of distinct USTC bans are seen here. The only thing that's occurring is that you're joining another blockchain and losing your coins, as I mentioned before. What are we supposed to do in the event that something goes wrong? Given the nature of this system, it would be prudent to follow the path of doing things efficiently ourselves or performing a proper fork, followed by a reverse split, as both options are equivalent at this stage. Everything is the same except that these individuals will now be using the Women Currency blockchain and the 2 assets I just showed you. Who, therefore, ought to privatize and benefit the most or least from this chance? Is this third party the one you think should be involved? Alternately, would you like our blockchain to handle it? Here we have the identical inquiry. We had a tremendous surge nearly to a new all-time high for BTC, and I think a lot of people should start to wonder about it while everything is pumping. Furthermore, Luna Classic had no effect whatsoever. You insisted on seeing the coin scorched. As we warned you, it would be ineffective. How was it used? Not a single thing. Nothing has changed. You have used up a percentage of the USTC supply. Unfortunately, you're still being pulled into the fire. Plus, as I've said countless times before, it's ineffective and has a negative impact if the inflow isn't greater than the outflow. From my point of view, this is incredibly problematic since, as I mentioned before, it will just attract new people to this particular blockchain, and all you will get in return is Opperman and ANX. No matter how you slice it, this is an assault on this blockchain. As I mentioned before, it seems like a scan at first glance, but in reality, it's just Anchor reborn, the entire system reborn. The fact that they are destroying the USTC is now plain to observe. Since you no longer have access to the application swapping system, this is essentially just a means to steal half of the community and blockchain's remaining assets. Am I correct? If you want to use your NFC marker, you'll need to download an additional app. Can you get my point of view? So, as more and more people sit down and think, hey, this new meme is corns, the light bulb goes off at Terra port, and it's great. Additionally, the VNC blockchain would benefit greatly from beginning operations without the token factory. On the other hand, that awful token isn't the native trading asset there. Am I correct? Therefore, the change isn't receiving anything, and I honestly don't think anybody gets how bad this is. Sam will probably see a lot of angry comments, which is accurate, because many people are just getting into it. You really need to examine the chain of causation when it comes to matters like these, especially if you haven't figured out that this is merely a siphoning attack. Given the expected success of this, it is likely that we will see a significant decline in our liquidity and user base. Users will likely seek out alternatives, as our blockchain offerings are limited. Plus, you can't get anything here. Since the price isn't changing much and we're approaching the 50% mark, you might be wondering what's going to happen. If we keep letting this happen and don't implement our own processes, we'll end up like a car with all the parts broken off. When you work with real laboratories, they want to paint the car with new spoilers and think it would fix everything, but it won't. The threat to our blockchain is growing as attacks like this one are being planned and kept under wraps. It seems like the only way out of this mess is for someone like me to speak up and warn others about the dangers of not being someone who is bullish on watching this chain get pillaged and plundered. Plus, I am aware that I discuss the many coins I cover in more detail than that. However, this blockchain is something I deeply believe in, support, and have worked tirelessly to build into something that the entire community owns. So, I hope that nobody follows Hexagon's lead and privatizes our sectors. Yes, I know that many people are unaware of this. However, I suggested that, after cutting off Hexagon's wages, I would trap them in a situation where the community would refuse to pay them, so they would wind up paying all nodes instead. The communal pool contained 4.3 billion UNC. Its USTC is around 11 million, with over 10 million. First things first, okay? There was absolutely no life at the neighborhood pool. It was being emptied, looted, and robbed. Also, I thought you guys would listen to me. This is one of those instances where I feel compelled to advise you to reconsider your current situation. The change is fueled by excessive greed, and as a result, support is unable to reach its desired destination due to the chain's unfair dynamic commission system. Plus, I believe it's time for us to take a step back and assess the situation. Even though it's Friday, I apologize for the somewhat downbeat update and the possibility that I may spam a lot of people with compliments about women. The freebies for the YouTube channel are concluded, and I'm just going to tell it like it is without sugarcoating it. The reward pool used to be worth $500 or more depending on the price, and occasionally $1,000, so it's great that it's now at the patron level. Every month, 2 patrons will receive far more than what they have paid for their Patreon subscription, in addition to receiving all of their individual alphas. This is because the amount will be divided between them. That is now available to them. I will be the one to draw names, and I will be the one to email the 3 most active commenters who participated. Lots of individuals have become involved with the trading indicator last month, so if you're interested, you should definitely look into it. Save 20% on it now, and it will be on sale soon. Plus, if you join today, you'll get 20% off forever. So, think about giving it a go if that sounds like something you could be interested in. Stay tuned for the Dash link, as it's making a triumphant return with a redesigned, aesthetically pleasing, and comprehensively all-inclusive bank. Please subscribe to the channel and give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. Coming up shortly, farewell.